Alright, people of the world. This is GTArajgaming, and I welcome you back to the channel once again. And today, we are very much going to be streaming some Forza Horizon 5. Oh. Good lord, I need to, actually blow my nose. I also need to sneeze as well, so there's that. It's really taking its toll on me right now. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Oh. You know that feeling you get when you want to sneeze but it just doesn't happen, but something else is happening instead? I do believe I have just teared up. Oh. I've just teared up trying not to, or wanting to sneeze. 1 second. Damn, I look terrible. Good lord. I've got a little bit of music blasting in the background for myself.
Welcome back, Peter.
But last time I was on here was yesterday, and it was fiddling with the DeLorean a little bit. There's not really much else to say outside of that. Right, I've got 4 here. I got a gift. What? I've just been gifted as Bentley Turbo R. Oh. I think we're just gonna chill and drive about tonight and just see what things are like. Because I am very much still ill. I also don't want to overdo anything. So there is that. My goodness. Well, thankfully for us, the DeLorean is a bit more bouncy and handled it better than last time. I want to see. Gonna check on a new festival, or a seasonal, I should say, not a festival. Because when we got this game and we started to actively stream it, we had completed a fair amount of the game. Modern muscle. I'm just gonna vibe and chat when I can. Why are we crashing? Game crash? The hell happened? You know what though? You know what? Just grab this. I'm just here vibing. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We shouldn't have crashed. Hi, welcome in. I have my own music on in the background, and I'll be able to chat whenever I can. So if there's something you want to ask, feel free to. Other than that, I hope you have a great time.
Peter.
I keep forgetting this game knows my real name. Oh. But to be fair, my buds doxed my name. Quite early on when I was streaming. So I just ran with it. Okay, we're gonna try and do this now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a muscle car and modify it a little bit to try and get the advantage on the opponent in terms of grip. You know what? I feel like driving something a little different to that venue. What the? Why am I being gifted free vehicles? A 2017 Bentley Continental. Who even likes a Bentley? I don't know a single person that likes Bentley. I know multiple people that like the music out of Bentley Jones, but yeah, because that's my baby. Look at her. I have to be careful. I think I gave it 7 gears. 7 gears, not normally a good thing. Anyway, how are you doing? How is chat doing in general? Tell me about your day. What have you been up to? I want you to remember these are original tires on this car, so they're a bit slippery. I think I made them wider, but if you remember, this car has also got 7 gears to it, so we can shift pretty often. Ain't she gorgeous? Look at her. Not the nicest thing to drive, I'll admit. But she's from one of my all-time favorite movies, which is called Christine. In the book, the car is possessed by its owner, and it murders people. And the movie, and it's just a possessed car. Now here comes our seasonal. Let's see how this fares, shall we? I have a chewing gum problem. Alright. Let's grab this Ford. But what we're going to do is we're going to back out. And we're going to modify it just a little bit. We're also going to put some decals on it. But these races will always be here for this duration. So, what I am going to do is bring back my houses. Does anyone in chat have a favorite car? Or are they not fussed? Like, is there a specific car that you like or would like to drive? I would like to drive a DeLorean one day. We can make an exception here. Oh, we're at the max now. We've got a lot of extra horsepower. We're at the limit. What goes well with yellow? You know what? Let's just do that. Let's just have it go like this. Alright, chat. I have a question for you. Who wants titties? That'll do. Alright, you're getting titties, a ghost, and an Isle of Mum sticker. What is this? I'll did in a Puerto Rico. How rare. Let's tune this bitch. Whoa! Our gear ratio is wild. That should do it. There we go. Now we can do this challenge. I don't know how successful we'll be doing it, but like... we'll find out. Those wheels look nice though. Well, I'm surprised they let us color stock wheels. Not normally something that happens. There we go. Jesus. I hope y'all can hear this just fine. There we go, not a single fail. It is going to be a little bit on the challenging side. Because my closest competitor is also a 2013 Mustang. So this one should be interesting. How the hell have I cut some of my fingers? Oh, my neck is killing me. Oh, alright. Best of Us, El Lago Blanco. Woo! Sorry, I'm very focused. Do the la 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 la. Gears need a little bit of tuning. There we go. God, this game's at max volume 2. It's not often I drive a rear view drive car because I don't like the wheel spin on them. Let me just fiddle with these gears just a little bit. Bring them down just a little bit. We'll leave it at 160 then, because why not? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of 69 action. Oh yes, driving in the wet. My favorite. Can you hear the sarcasm? Because I think so. I hope you can anyway. That's hydroplane, buddy. Oh my goodness. Wait, is my volume even allowed on this? Yes! Wait a second. It's in a puddle of water, good lord. Oh. 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 Sorry, I'm in hyper focus mode. Woo! And across the line. Yep, that was the little challenge I do. In all honesty, it wasn't all that difficult. It's not like the other ones that are like just stupidly tough for no reason. Because there are ones out there that are just stupidly tough for no reason, and it's like, why? Why? Yes, 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 I gotta come here. I grab our DeLorean, and we're gonna do a little drive. Ah, okay, we're going the wrong direction now. This car seems like it's capable of a little bit more. Is that just me? Am I just trying to be too hopeful here? Of the 773. doing, brother? You know what? We're going back to my safe house. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and upgrade this little beast. Not by too much, mind you. Because if I go too far, it becomes unstable. Never mind. Seems like he's got all the upgrades that he needs. Including this. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, what can I say? I do gain a little bit more power from it. Let's see what happens. Let's actually just see what happens, and we'll go from there. Then play it down to the fact. I think it's got a little more to give. Yeah, this car's got so much left to give. Eee. Because if I really wanted to, I could downgrade the tires a bit and go from there. Where is the nearest house? Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, we're rolling on a sport tire. Yeah, we'll just downgrade that a little bit. Yeah, that should help. We made the car even lighter than before. 2.5 tons an hour. See what this thing can do, huh? I think we found our balance for this car. Jesus. You know what? When it comes down to ending the stream, I think we're gonna end off on Knight Rider. Ooh. It's such a chill, vibey drive. Just driving through Mexico with a DeLorean. Like, there's no... It doesn't really get better than this, to be honest. Let's grab Kit real quick. Put a bunch of time into running the DeLoreans on the stream. We also used a Shelby GT. There he is, little Kit from Knight Rider. But yeah, it's such a vibe to just throw on music and just drive through the countryside with these vehicles. It is a vibe and a half. The main mechanics of this game are dog war, especially the normal races that you can do, and I don't mean the seasonals. The seasonals actually aren't that terrible now, but when you get down to it, the seasonals are good. They kind of peaked with the universal stuff. Well, they peaked with Hot Wheels, and they threw themselves off a cliff with the rally expansion. Oh god, I want to see so bad right now. Sometimes looking at a light bulb that is turned on can make you sneeze when you need to. So that's why I was looking away. But in the case of Forza, they peaked with Hot Wheels, and then they fell off a cliff with Rally, because it's like, Rally's already in the game, who wants this? Like, there are specific rallying parts. So it's like, what is the point? But no, Horizon 5, and Horizon as a series and concept is good. It's just when it comes to the core gameplay, it's just, what? Why? Why are you so brain dead about it? Like, things definitely have not gotten better. What they should have... I'll just pause music real quick. We'll bring up the thing. Because Horizon is like a festival game, right? What they should have done is taken the learning aspect from Motorsport, specifically Motorsport 4, and then applied that to Horizon. So as you progress through the ranks, people see how you drive and then try to counter you. They should have done that instead of doing like a point A to point B for every single racer, removing all kinds of personality from them. Because in Motorsport 4, you knew who was driving based off of how they drove their vehicle. And that is a fact. That is a literal fact. If you're doing a thing in Europe and they shoot out past you, and they're driving like an absolute Chad, you knew right there and then that it was M. Rossi. And that kind of spirit needs to come back to the Horizon games. They need to add it in. They absolutely need to add it in. Uh, y'all have Nicole sucks. Don't worry, it's not chewing gum. It's a Ricola. Ricola sucking candy. Yeah, like I said, they need to add something to make the game better. But the bar for Horizon is so low. A lot of things that made the franchise itself good, both parts, was the auction house, and they kind of killed the auction house with all these nonsense limitations. But the auction house was definitely fun. It's just a nice relaxing 100-mile-an-hour drive. Like, it is fantastic, all things considered. And I am very much enjoying this. So shout out to anybody that watches this back, I appreciate it big time. Because I know, in general, content's not doing well, even though I put my heart into it. I put my heart into the last 6 videos that I put out there. I could have done more with it, but I wasn't up for the task at that point. And I made some nice little edits. But ultimately, I hastily edited all the videos. I didn't think there was much I could do with them, because what can you do with playing Yu-Gi-Oh? They try to cut out the sniffing in the dead air. And then you're like, well, there's not much left for channel members. Let's have an extra match and make it channel members only. And then it turns out that one match is absolutely a banger. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, in all honesty, if I put more time into editing, like editing funny stuff like sound effects and that, the views wouldn't have changed on the videos. They really wouldn't have. It's just that I upload so infrequently that I'm either just going to get views or not. Thumbnails also come into play as well. Like, I was working my ass off on the videos. Each day, I was putting time into editing. I would sit down and I'd edit the videos, render them out, and then open up a new Vegas Pro window. And you can do that with Vegas Pro. You can open up multiple instances of it. And I'd just be there doing a thumbnail. But it wasn't like what I do is I go off and I film reactions for the thumbnails. And then I pick my favorite frame for what I'm trying to convey. And because it's done with the green screen, I use NVIDIA Broadcast to cut out myself from the background. But to try and catch extra parts, I use a green screen and OBS. So the way you do it is you get NVIDIA Broadcast and you tell it to remove the background, and then you load it into OBS. But in OBS you have to make your own background color green, and that's what I chroma key out. Try and make it as good as possible. And that's how I do thumbnails, at least for videos anyway. So it's a case of record the reaction, pick your favorite frame, put border, put background, put in logos and stuff. But for the whole last video, it's like you render the video, open up a new instance of Vegas whilst the video is rendering, and you get to work on a thumbnail. So that was what my days were like leading up to going down to England. So there was a batch of days where I was just filming Dragon Ball. Yeah, there was just a batch of days. There was one day in particular I was filming Dragon Ball. And I tried so hard to make everything work. But in the end, ultimately, those Dragon Ball videos, those were the hardest to edit. Because what I normally do is I use NVIDIA's recording tool to record the gameplay plus my mic. But I also use OBS to record my face and my mic at the same time. So it is wild. So the reason I do it that way is to synchronize the audio. But on the gameplay side, the audio didn't exist, so there was no microphone audio. So I had to synchronize my face cam footage based off of a flash. I would take the first major flash and then color match it to the reflection on me and check if it lined up. And if it did, that's where I synchronized from. And then I edited from there. It is a hard way to do it, but when you're supposed to have a synchronization track, it makes things very difficult. So I had to synchronize it and make sure my lip flaps lined up. I don't, no, not about lip flaps. Because the footage that I used, the section that the microphone audio came from was the face cam footage, so the audio would be synced up anyway to the lip flaps. Which is entirely different, right? It'd be entirely different if the microphone audio was muted on the face cam footage. Then I'd really be in trouble. But I took the hard way around editing the Dragon Ball stuff. Which I'm like, it's crusty as hell, man, it's so crusty. My setup's never been perfect, and it never will be. When you encounter a problem, there's always going to be a solution to it, or a workaround to it. So you're never really going to be on your ass. Like, before I got my EVGA capture card. One second. Like, before I got my EVGA capture card, sorry about that. I have my Dazzle DVC 100, and I had to go in and constantly disable it and re-enable it so Windows would hear it, or it would be picked up by a certain aspect of Windows for recording and gameplay capture in OBS. So that was kind of my life up until I got my Elgato. The Elgato is the worst one. It doesn't matter what big content creators tell you about Elgato. They're like, oh, look at this, it's so clean, it's so crisp. But you still have to install the bloatware to use the damn thing. If you want a good, reliable capture card from a reputable brand, make sure it's a plug and play. Make sure you don't have to install anything additional to make it work. But there are like Elgato shills out there, and I've seen them. There's shills for every kind of brand out there. I don't blame them because they do get paid decent amounts to shill. But it's like, if you try and argue with them, it's like talking to a brick wall, basically. Like, yes, everyone has their preferences, but you want your solution to be as easy as possible. Like, for example, let's do a little thing here. We look at Elgato's capture cards. What was the original one? There was the HD60 and then there was the HD60S. Yeah, you have the Elgato Game Capture HD. Yeah, there's a list for it. Game Capture HD, then HD60S, HD60S Plus, HD60X, 4K 60S Plus, HD60 Pro, 4KX, 4K Pro, Neo, 4KS. But to get all that crap working, you need Elgato software. But if you're already part of the ecosystem, you're part of the problem. Because I guarantee you, those people that are shilling for that product don't know any better. Yes, they have their preference. But just because they have a preference doesn't mean to say the product is the most ideal one. When it comes to capture cards in general, the most ideal capture card from a reputable brand will always be a plug-and-play solution. Elgato products are not plug-and-play. You plug them in, you can't use them unless you install the proprietary software. That's at least what it was like for me back in the day when I was using it. Not to mention, there was there was latency. But that's the problem with every capture card. You get capture cards that'll do pass-through, which will allow you to pass the gameplay footage through to your monitor without the need of having your PC on. But then you load up the capture side of things and you're able to capture the gameplay footage on PC. Now it's the gameplay footage on PC where the input or the latency becomes an issue. Because something might be off, whether it be your microphone the delay between talking and lining up with your gameplay footage. Or even the audio from the gameplay footage itself just not lining up correctly. So the way I had to do it back in the day, because I used the pass-through, so I would switch my input, but now I no longer to do that. So I would have my Elgato hooked up, and then I'd switch my input to the capture card, and then I'd be playing from the pass-through, which is fine and dandy. But when it came to recording things and showing things on stream, there was a delay. There was like a few millisecond delay. So I had to go into OBS and set up a delay on the audio track for the capture card. And it's not just Elgato that has that particular problem, every capture card has it. There are good ones out there that are that have almost no latency on the viewing side. So in cases of what I've been doing over the past few years with my EVGA, that has no discernible latency that I can feel. To the point I've happily been able to load up Hatsune Miku Project Diva F, a rhythm game, and I'm able to play it through the capture card itself. Not pass through, but on the capture side of things, quite well. And it is astonishing. So yeah, your best bet is if you're trying to get capture solutions, your best bet is looking up a guide on capture cards that have little to no latency and that are just plug and play. I forgot my original point that I was trying to make. But either way, I may have ran on too much. Right. You know what? Let's go into photo mode real quick. There we go. Anyway, that's all we're doing tonight. I'm still not well. My neck's actually gotten sore overnight. So I'm not quite thrilled about that. We also went on a rant about capture devices. Like, yeah, everyone's got a preference. But the best solution is always going to be plug and play with no required drivers. So, yeah. Anyway, if you've enjoyed yourself, leave a like, share the content around, turn on the notification bell and all that good stuff. There's a mark on my monitor that's annoying me. Tomorrow should hopefully be a Bellline stream, and then next week we're gonna do maybe 1 or 2 spooky games. Solo, I think. I'll figure something out. But anyway, that's all I've got time for now. Stay safe. Take care.